Ra Kristo asorine, hallelujah. Nipani abofunka, hallelujah. Moma mweni jinkoso, hallelujah. Sruntu nasa sinyisu, hallelujah. Genyo nyam hintia sibyo, hallelujah. O wu wong wo woi wohin, hallelujah. O deji yen kram kwa, hallelujah. Asaman kunim wohin, hallelujah. Wewe dong kwa jijuma, hallelujah. Waku edini, hallelujah. O din kuguneni, hallelujah. Christo ebwesru apon, hallelujah. Jenang Christo namonsu, hallelujah. Yedien sahinechi, hallelujah. Yasoreti seano, hallelujah. Silianisru yendi, hallelujah.
Thy sovereign bounty is the strength Yo, happy Sabbath, Adolfo. Happy Sabbath, everybody. Christo muma yamanaso. Christo muma yamanaso. Christo muma yama yasombo ampa. Anokwa emse obia ne mebaya adwense nyame ni yediniye. Oni yediniye free Thursday. Enumere a launching women's convention, ye inaugurating young women's ministries. Fiada, your morning devotion, evening devotion. Bepem Sabbath ye Sabbath school. Divine service. Nyankopon kasafa na bawamu. Emse say a dia sedakasiye. Emma onyame. Na de yedru suo no Sabbath afternoon health message. Na mijina NAGSDA Women's Ministries are name. Zonal women ministry leaders are name. Women ministries leaders are your local churches na name mamunina akwaba sonko ewie. Especially me pese me ma NAGSDA penning for akwaba sonko omo support omo dia mayen ama program yi etimi enye no nyamete se yeda your local churches leadership ni na se churches ni bia to omo churches mu pastors ya mamunyi na kwaba ya sama church members titru emu memma para youth amunyi na maba program yi ya mamunyi na so akwaba na omo wo ye social media platform omo Ghana omo tie program yi ya mamunyi na akwaba ene program no eyesum women's ministries impemfo no womu edi omu tibo omu hia omu hu se health eyade bia ehu ehia. Unfortunately, acquire a taboo where your community no mu into obi kura bibi hana no DCSC. Tino and for years say a way yen devoted no to mental health. Inti eno was some ena a ye babe king. Na in for Asia ya omu yes say womo pe. Omomba be lead program no a pensen sem no mu amayen wo mani kotre nipa mienu nyemre sem no me introduce wo amobie wo nti yan semre no ye best start ye program no me pa cho ye be ye opening song no. The ministry Mufi Long Island Ghanaian SDA Church. Omona omodesa enyomono ebe mayin. No muye ya. Na ye koye opening prayer so. Sister Linda Odro from Heritage Church, Toronto. Ono enebe ye sa opening prayer no. Timepa chok manusia ye be opening song near the opening prayer no. Atwa so medasi.
Amen. Amen. Nyamema mama yemmo empire. Yensoro jana ne nyame enne homeda wie onfena ene wo waniwi. Yeda wase bebre wone awaye amaye. Yeda wase wo bambo no hwe sopa. Eni ye pa oni ye die erade eye wadom. So mama yeda so tiase. Na yetimi ebo wani beyiwa ya na yadom bebre o na bunkama fa adom so ntia. Yeda wase bebre wone awaye amaye convention yi mu. Ye starte ya wada oni ye starte ye. Ifia da oni ye di ni yie enne de kra de twemu dodo. Wonu bubu nkwambo do ahodo edemaye. Wamba ye honhom aduane adi. Awie nso ye ba behwe ya mpomuden enso eho nsem. Ye sro samre ye gya nyina ye ho hye wonsa. Dwumedie yi mu nyina awrade sia ye mu mfumso a. Ye sro bebre sefa ye mfumso eche yen. Na awrade betina wegwom enne awie ebra ye ba betie apomuden ho nsem. Ye gya Dr. Boampon eba wanim. Wakoa oba be kyerɛkyerɛ yen yesro eweye brem ensam a erade ye bema wakoa timi aka kyerɛ yen na ma yapomudin ye ho atɔ yen no eno na erade yesro sɛ ma wakoa emfama yen adwemu haw eniema eyade a yen ye culture yi de eya na akoye sɛ tabu na nso eweye brem ana sɛ bra ye womu ewos eho ama ho kwan sɛ ewosi yetia ne yesro sɛ biebie ya adwene mu ene enti ase ne wane yen tinsem yase ne emfa mbobra ewe wiye brɛ mu obronsam ade yare ahodo bebree agu yɛn so na nso rado ba bɛsa yɛn yare bebree kwa ɛne nti na ɛho hia sɛ yɛbɛhwɛ yapɔmuden nso ɛho eyi ti yɛsrɛ wɔ na awie sɛ rade bɛka yɛn ho bɛkɔ yɛn mmoa na rade nsema yɛba bɛtie ɛnya ade yɛbɛyɛ nhyira de ahyɛ odin kronkron na animuonyam ɔmo a wɔsɔm bɛka dwumadie yi ho nyinaa yɛgya ɔmo nyinaa bɔ w'anim sɛ ka ɔmo nyinaa bra zoom yi so ɔmo tie wɔ YouTube ɛne link ahodoɔ nyinaa yɛgya hyɛ wɔn nsa sɛ Awurade fa ɔmo nyinaa bɛka yɛn ho ne nyinaa yɛ mmom ne yɛmɛtie w'asɛm na awie yɛn no yɛde ayɛyie ɛne nkamfo ɛne ntontom ɛbɛmma wo yɛda wase bebree nyame a yɛatwɛn wabrɛ ayɛyie ne aseda ne ntontom ka wo din ɛwɔ Yesu Kristo din mu na yɛbɔ mpaeɛ w'adom bebree ɛnsa da nti amen
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Yɛda the ministry ase enyum hwehwam a wode ma yɛn sister Linda so yɛda ase empire waba ma yɛn tidie dro no me pesa me introduce ye two speakers no women's ministries leadership share mu no de nyame direct wo say omu baba mental health mu nsɛm nkyerɛ yɛn ɛyɛ de odi kan Dr. Boampong Akɛse ɛna de odi so sister Matilda Eninde ɔmo mmienu nyinaa yɛ members ɛwɔ Lakeview Ghanaian SDA Church ɛwɔ Worcester, Massachusetts. Na Dr. Boampong Akɛse okura a PhD in health services. Na oye juma ewo the Executive Office of Health and Human Services. Ne juma potin se oye area program coordinator at the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Department of Developmental Services. Na adia dana kuma hu kesiye pa ni moye ni na niema ba adia ba ko dana kuma hu eye prevention of drug abuse. Intino enano obeko into that topic numu. Na sister Matilda so eye mental health counselor. A big psychotherapist into our clinical experience. Into no omumienu ena enenu omu bebuebu nsemnumu achire yen. Na senior presentation obekone says Sister Matilda be introduce the subject no topic no. Na the main presentation no ebeye by Dr. Boampong Akɛse. Na most of the time no ebeye devoted to questions, contributions, any questions. Na edru hwa metre mo senya yebeye no yebe use sa hand signal no na ya make sure say anya too disruptive no be it nya time akasa. Intino manusia yebetu ye theme song no na se ye wie theme song na omo mbehu omo a omo kasa eye Dr. Boampong Akɛse ene Sister Matilda Eninde Damasi.
In your
I did it for me no boy janasi. It sounds so and I do your hoda. Yeah, the radius for papa. Na I said the women ministry from penny fuasi. A conya soon come me as any view. Send a view so. Ya menemo en casa. Na no question ni. Ya struggle a crowd have more fine chain. Ya have background on the my and you see. Ya was sorry and I program B. I react to any big to be what her recording be na ama and yama boy and see it me uncle Phineas and yes, if you shun your man over here. Your lights and a high. Your hand the lights you do me, you need to see and do me. I see automatic wire off. Asaba. In case it be say a bomb pipe be saying CPO. It's here. Your best time was a few minutes it will come back. No fine chain. A year, you know, said dear Sister Cynthia. Dr. Wusu introduce you no yadana se papa say oma ya kwenya se ya ne mumbe kasa ko no na ba yi ankyra bi anka munhu yen na adesua ebesua se de doctor any interest no kwasem ni empanyifo to nsa fresh ya emra mani mo ya mental health ma adesua no na yedim se omo topics nko bi ono ma ye de abremu omo kan se ya hwe yes yan system ni mo Eniama ye hwa ye hia ho moa esie hia ho moa no ye fo adesua embra na de obo mpa ye no ne Dr. Wusu ma ye hu se mental health no ya na ho asem kan ye din we ye community mu na nne no baby e de akofa no ahwe baka se na mental health am e wasam ne di ho nko ne ba asen e na mo beka drug addiction ho asem adesua no hwehwemu a kire ye nse drug addiction it has direct correlation with mental health. If it's a one or tiny mental health, almost struggle with mental health, some of them, and I say most of them, they don't know how to deal with it. Even among the whites, and some rely on drugs just to deal with it. Until at the end, no, dual diagnosis. Most of mental health na etete na wen kwampa on fanfa no kofa drugs bi so the a treating no na what abenya drug addiction is no problem e bi so kra ho no a medication na ya prescribe ya ma no attend around no abuse adro no because yen rodo do na e treat mental health no ya na tie opiates enti bo hu say na opiates na o use dey treat no abuse no at the end no be addicted and nothing who say who be here say you be treat drug addiction in place of mental health mind because this correlated that baako nkonja baako omo nantibom enu ntine be sia asade sin na ye share United States according to the National Survey on Drug Use and Health omo hwehwemu bi ni studies bi omo ye statistics bi omo nya ne say ye share America maimu a 19.9 million people Americans or say adults starting from 12 years and up. Now, adults, I mean, say adults, okay, 18 years and above. But men about drug addiction there, 12 years and above. 19.9 million Americans in 2017. That is 4 years ago. And you're that far. And now, addicted with drugs. Now, only illicit drugs, because you can't drugs now, you can't drugs and alcohol. Drugs and alcohol prevalence of the mamono. Now you can't say illicit drugs are mechanism most of American states no or man legalizing weed. It's you weed any alcohol free mo. Other drugs now illicit. And I say man can say it me use no anyhow no. Or say 38% of Americans almost struggle with that addiction. Too high. Na the one else you do come up say you did drug addiction home come up say Adventist and say you would do one addicted to drugs but you need and your man one the youth is our focus today the youth your man do one addicted you parents you as I make any do be a catch them me experience from my office. Minim Adventist kids are more about my office and now see you to hospitals me makohwe parents any some addicts Because some of them are above 18 or 18. Oh, he has consent. And some of the parents now and will say, oh, baby say no, was the mommy parents in who. It's better, I mean to be in parents, but Adventist kids are on women, some say, yeah, on we a drug addict. No, how rebel, become number now, rebel, and so parents need him. They be almost sorry, I'm a small rade, or when you had it, but they are also feeling ill. And until he has seen him come. So I remember crying, I'm a Dr. Akesi, Baba, what better than what the prayer comes of my dear, again a day, but you bear anything with them once.
You Namema, Mr. Safa, Akunya, so at that ministry for Nina Assi. You bet that, yes, sister, Matilda and Swassi. And so we can Ababa, maybe so any a train. Now, a woman, a rahosam. America could be a two media. In fact, we have a lot of problem at our hand. Say, I'm sure, yeah, a bedroom maybe not acquire say I will for a beer. You disappoint you, ma. A whom been here say within the Ghanaian society and also within the Ghanaian community. No, additional way say yeah, dear, dane da a coso a war. Yan sorry, any can say a sohara. So that be a dana da beka kayen. And I'm paying something like this. Nyantan can want some or Ghana phone. Men semre, mestre say, you bet jump right into ye addition. Met try some memano aye a little bit short. If you say Mujidi say mbibri a walk, a futu, with mediama. We have a lot of professionals on this platform. I'm say yeah, ye be people who are into the health and human services for Nadia. So say you need people in this kind of situation. You need baby a sign into no mesre say the addition so. Now in PMP, topic maternity prevention of alcohol and drug use among youth. In PMP, say yet drugs. I am not the by a 3 months say ABA will be on the ABA or 2 point chain be at or not there. Or no cooking and also no hero be and I say, and not in piano by it. But the case of drugs and casa, what are drugs? The drugs are chemical substances that change how your body and mind work. They include a prescription, medicines, and also over the counter medication, and alcohol, tobacco, legal drug. You also to the beer, your mind ibuprofen, your mind Tylenol, all drugs. Now you it changes the way I am not getting nipediano reacting. All those sound ye may and man in Sakriba in nipediano we consider them to be drugs. Now in Pempino, I am not see a cassette substance abuse. What are substance abuse? Well, sometimes you take addiction, you take substance abuse. But and then you focus no about addiction also. Because we do addiction, then we do a treat. I want us to focus on the prevention. If you say, I could see prevention is better than cure. The moment you get to addiction, and then we start looking for cure. But to fight addiction, I must tell you, to be honest, and easy. We have a lot of people who go into detox. Or maybe detox, they end up ending up some mesakoye or moonronidium. Addiction shouldn't even be our main focus today. Yes, I said we have to start learning how to prevent drug abuse. The substance abuse actually occurs when you use alcohol or prescription in an illegal or like illegal way or in the wrong way. Let me put it that way. In Tinyampa say ya. So you are using it in the wrong way. That way you are abusing the drugs. You are abusing the drugs. And just a matter that can say we are abusing some drugs crying. Man maybe I crave ibuprofen. Ibuprofen. Oh yeah, attending into some way, some kind of way a drug addict on that ibuprofen. You are getting addicted to that ibuprofen. Now many people with substance abuse, most at times they can quit that unhealthy behavior. Most at times people who have substance abuse issues or to make equity. Now what is drug addiction? The drug addiction is, on the other hand, it's a disease. To say why you na abedru point be say you can't stop. You don't even care about the consequences. The drug addiction occurs when repeated use of drugs changes how a person's brain functions over time. The drug addiction is a chronic brain disease. That is how they consider drug addiction. The moment you become addicted, they consider you that you have a chronic brain disease. Now, it causes a person to take drugs repeatedly, despite the harm. Now, on no first voluntary. What's after the compulsive to say, or taking repeatedly. What's after the baby baby no not say on to control the impulse of say or taking drugs. Just say a can one is with me cat or pattern on fahone the negative consequences are opinion. There's a hot dear word to the moment you become addicted. A honor just say you need treatment to reverse that addiction. Now, the I want to say addiction changes the way nipankasano addiction have that influence of the way you even think. Drug addiction will affect the way I would be. And it's now if you feel say people who have are now more addicted now in another way, it's likely say they will develop mental illness. Yes, it's not the kind. That's a matter that they can my say mental illness, not drug addiction here. Or more than say in your phone. It's not medical can. Men per se, your attention cry about drug addictions. Now, could you woman in a National Institute of Health a year no? On my rank it a year in Rua and now Nubonia tell you so crudium alcohol. And more fun say it is the #1 problem. You crudium at second. Alcohol second, and a tobacco use, and there's a drug use. No drug use need the or more classify a lot of all the heroines name, just name it. Other drugs amount for use. No, at also 7. Now, may sure say we need to crudium that we know America. How many times do you watch the news? News say yeah, celebrity and the party to be a group from drug overdose. Just a idea almost every single day. A coso a work you crudium. Now. We will be say when does even that drug abuse no crime start? A breben and nipa ye wo on a breben now will be status or the new ekura sa suban bisa. In pain pilana started from adolescent age. Now many unhealthy behaviors often begin during that adolescent now. It's a big public health challenge. Oh, you could now adolescent, that is the age between 10 and 9 years. That is when Nipan Union after the Uni or adult, the personality Nipa binding should be. That is when they start to form. Now a hormone and say I will be so about this kind of age age range that is when also Oma will need a obanu. If you say obit me I Daniel may be na I could be more bit me the see one here, but as I will for that is that range 19 years between 10 to 19 years now. That is when we have to like very very vigilant now additionally the majority of the adults who end up with alcohol use disorder. They have their first contact with substance abuse time and normal adolescent into obia 1 year alcohol or alcoholic and now 1 year drug addiction when you know. And then in penny infusion of cost that and so start now 31.5% of all high school students have been reported to have done some hazardous drinking. Just say not on the average, 11,318 youth in America from age 12 to 20 try alcohol for the first time. Now second numbers here, also on the average. Daily, every day, this kind of high school age range way, those house parties are also those events also on supervised events are that is what they've been doing. Meaning say most of us watch the news. Every COVID not buy and lockdown buy. We have some older people they were organizing house parties for Nkola as young as 11 and 12 years. And guess what they were serving? Alcohol. Now, I will phone be on my idea in the background. Oh, me a party be. It's also a dear you don't even know what is going on. But baby, sir, that is what is going on. Now, hope. Now, adolescents, because of immaturity, of impulse control and judgment, are especially prone to experiment with drugs and alcohol use. They adolescents, they make a lot of decisions. Sometimes they make bad choices. And they love to explore, they love to experiment. In when say they are being offered something like that, so in Pimpi, they will be compelled and also forced to kind of give it a try after how it. And among teens, alcohol is the most common abuse drugs, but early abuse often includes substances such as tobacco. Alcohol not beer among teens they no use, but if you want, no put two into or try alcohol no, and the next time now if you promote no or graduate to tobacco now if you or more try different in root bonnet. Now more than 60% of teens 60% of the teens, like I said, drugs were sold or used or kept at their schools, which is area. Now, Gawabeka say, "Oh, do back to school into TBS and Cotton." But a honor school muhono, no mukon, a honor, and na in the bonnet, Samo, Dodona, a coso, and I say a share as free. Now, drug abuse reported by the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Service Administration. It indicates that it been sometime now, 12 or 13 years now. Obuanoma or yen at the age of 12 or 30, but over can be or starting cry before. Sometimes maybe 8 years or 9 years. One time there was a case in my office. Not a year about our phone. Now what happened is that our phone not see a young because our phone is in room and they have kids 5 and 6 and 7 years. Now guess what? Omoya no mabro no omakope biada na nkwala no nso no omso akomo back fast na say started sa na akola at this age so or started sa suban at this age. I guess what obenyi no obey den e bi ko ni 20 kura by 15 by 12 years obey addicted. If you say na wofo no na e den e tre no sa tre no e wo fie. Now studies indicate say high prevalence of individuals involved with justice systems no have substance use disorder na no kran so include most of times say if news was that police for na obi or treat you no kokun no obeko the history no maybe or one way or the other. Now more than 2 million youth are charged with delinquencies offenses and enter into the juvenile system. Now a 62.5% report say omoye inro. We have a lot of those kind of organizations and as a providers are almost in Kuala we have a lot of them here. I don't know about your state, but I'm pretty sure say it cut across so being Akula very tender age. Sometimes 10 years, 12 years, that range. Here could detox say or in could detox. Sometimes you don't even expect say you should see somebody, a Ghanaian near Kolao. But Areho something say just say Areho to see Yankasa Yema what that kind of places. And Kahodianki acquired him so from there. That is what they do in Tankomune pure like but yang in Penifonokana. I'm pretty sure most of us are doing it. And in Nabian Palano, so it's not always a Bian Palano, even one name. I'm pretty sure that sometimes he be crying in Penifonokana, one way or the other, and be doing together. Youth who begin drinking before age 15 are four times likely to develop alcoholism than those who start drinking at age 21. Now, those youth who start drinking alcohol by 7th grade, Chroma can say with this about 13 years or 12 years, they are likely to have academic problems. Then so the moment they start doing all this kind of drugs, no name and was almost school performance. That's why then I started we have now by the time they reach young adulthood, it will lead to a lot of crime and other violence. crimes. Most persons who kind of initiated the use of cigarette at the age of 20, they be some years to say, they can't start in term cry. Approximately 80% of all persons who initiated use of marijuana at age of 25, and also no, yes, that 25 no start here. Not sa subano, we kind as starting or that. Now, substance abuse have a lot of major impact on individuals, families, and communities, and it is and its effects are kind of very cumulative and are contributing to costly social and physical mental health problems. Our four munim say the bank was at you don't even know how our phone sometimes you struggle or one mental health no cran you're unstable. Say back now you realize say a ba abe ragadita. One can do kumukran na arel and internet a big here say Obi am to be sa ne ba anaso no akra no be sa TBN intino na ehun be hia se da ne da ye ma eni akuyama no yi na substance abuse no and drug use it have a lot of impact on the brain. Now substance use and addiction it can contribute or develop mental illness. Obi a we drugs and also use any form of substance. It's like he said along the line you will kind of develop a mental illness. The drug use in adolescents frequently overlap with other mental health problems. Now, say yan sa adie we na yan so anontem na yan koso I educate ye ho a e bedroom ribi no anhwa na apedie abeye big problem within the Ghanaian society. Now, the initial use of substance use voluntary, but the continual use that is when it becomes addiction. And the medicain aboso dada na die ewom say nipa nkasa ni nipadua no ya adwen no ekoso e develop until say you be ye 20s into from say you still adwen no gusu develop wa kopim say we do 20s. But the moment you start to drink or use any form of alcohol, and also target the part of the brain responsible for you to make keen decision and our self-control and our memory, and then so we be intino and internet so ubi bura we all know they can't control themselves into if you say that part of the brain now a man make you responsible decisions that is when the alcohol and say in neuron are targeting. We realize that the moment you do this kind of drugs down along the line, it will affect the way you even you can't even decide for yourself. Then you end up having somebody deciding for you. Now, drug addiction, medicain, I can say the moment you become addicted, now say we realize they want to cure you. That is when you have to go into detox. But I also say most people come out from detoxing. The slightest thing they can go back into so almost in review. And my friends say relapses. It's likely said they will go back so almost in review. Into can say prevention is better than cure. And yet and could do that stage where we call addiction. Before you start thinking say any like solution, and now you want to get into a program that will help you to come out from that addiction. Now, what are some of the problems that substance abuse actually causes? The side effect of alcohol can vary, being minimal to extreme, depending on the amount of alcohol that one has consumed. Now, substance abuse can lead to serious problems, such as poor schoolwork, especially a man. The moment they start doing now, sometimes you lose friends, especially Ghanaians. You so in our for young as a man with dance here. Ubi ambaze neba any ubia or yin drukra benante. So say you who say ubi who say uyin ra ubetun mouth say ubia and chinebanya ubia and chinu influence. So definitely you're going to lose some friends, you're going to lose some important people in your life and commit abwam. And problem at home. I will for so buying ra they be because we be to they be on the behams. You have a lot of issues at home. Date rape, a lot of rape happens, we should be for the first time no yeah, in the news and other traumatic injuries. In road there, it have a lot of serious problems. The moment you get into that, you start getting into a lot of issues. Now, drug and alcohol abuse is the leading cause of death or injury related to car accidents, especially within the teens. Any suicide, and even drowning. We hear it all the time. Will be an accident, but when I say now or drive under the influence of ABR drugs, or highly intoxicated, and as I said, it happens all the time. Most things are or move with the most higher percentage is related to the substance abuse can increase also the risk of pregnancy and STDs, sexually transmitted diseases, within the teens. If we say most of them end up having unprotected sex, so go out with party bias, and now some of Bruntin or Munim Domoye. Who been here say you can't say me almost every now and then, a free some miracle. Unemployment and poor health, accident, suicide. Just say even your new memukurano. So be bra now decode me man, it can make you lose your work. Now people who do drugs in how are not in pain for mapu muniti. One man, Rona and the Swati and our phone or here to say they have a whole lot of other health issues. If you might say so you decrease your life expectancy. In fear, if you're a media man, so the rule some about Abrabumua. We always hear that and see that in the news almost all the time. Amount for yen rule overdose. Ne kumo da. Being here said down and die a bomb de runa. What was I say? What are some of the risk factors? A dying in it to me contribute to Emma Ubikura no Bernard being said or Quaquesa Sudan. Now, you can be from 1 Corinthians 15:13. Also, do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. Peer group influence is number one problem, especially within that adolescent. The moment they mingle with or more peers or more dancers, it's easily say, or mingle with those people with that kind of bad attitudes. It is likely say, fall prey to or more near one. If you say, if your mama say, when those peers meet, their decision kind of supersedes what parents have even said to their kids. If you say, sometimes they tend to listen more to or more peers not than their or for aka. In Pempi, time spent in unstructured settings, it is a risk factor. I am not to me, Emma, I am kind of kura sa TBA. Parenting style. Now in Pempino, we have to blame yourself. When we give too much freedom and less supervision to your manual, if you so by the when you need like he knows what to do. If he say himself what to do into Pierre dear into Tiana wishing but I also say upon some so dear on Namkotu so and now or they cinema into even though wouldn't say what to do by ye but Mesre say we have to change our parenting style. Now we we tend to spend more of our time going to work. So we don't even know what is going on. I can tell that how many parents are online use to be a program about push where because we spend a lot of time on our work. When we actually feed to be not kind of I think that we have to change the style of our parenting. Now you to me adadie Emma Yemaye said the bear you bet to me dear or more brabum. Now if you so you remember say if fear I am not assumed the sometimes I am not and also it to me contribute to like broken homes or rejaye nay a fear parents near more abusive towards in color and also even towards or more for sometimes I am in pain, it affects the way I am etumi contribute to ema nkwala no ekodan sa ne yebi sa edi ebi any socio-economic status and drug availability, any early aggressive behavior. If you move into say sometimes you kind of inherit it and a genetic say be a wufuni be or dance subani be edipin. Sometimes you know bit to me are affected in Palano in some way. But the also say Anna enrollment is too easily to get. There's a camera said joint TB so the availability of the drugs and also it to me Emma and Palai they get into that kind of the end. Why do you even abuse drugs and even alcohol? I didn't crana or moye sa. Mestram said, but I'll still keep on talking. Now, in Pempi, you know, they do this just to feel good. They may take drugs or drink alcohol because they like the way it makes them feel. You know, sometimes they go on more, the way a man or more yom and normally pebiano, a yom, and no, and not sometimes, and more continuously feels that they want to kind of get into that subino. And they love to experiment. They love to experiment a lot. Try new things, take risk, and they take drugs or drink alcohol because it seems exciting. In Pempina and Nam said they are kind of curious. It is a be a yeah. We need the internipani. Don't so person so cost not how a tear. It's me can't na afedi watomu intentan na ebi nso gidi say somo ya emomu luku say omonyini they feel grown up. They feel say omonum nsana they feel say omonyini. It makes them adults or it makes them say omo enyini. And in Pempino sometimes they decide say they want to be doing something. Now they do it because they want to fit in within a certain group. And you know, sometimes I am not per se or they want to be like accepted. And as also person who say, oh yes, men so me can sanko who into no. I am not one per se bia because you undo ikulu on the atitepa and I say those name calling. It is sometimes you know they do it because they want to fit within the group or society. The majority of these things report being given drugs or alcohol by peers. Most of them who started or more year in Bruno. For and at the moment, and it could be a modium money and at the moment, if you say they want to also be considered, say, so now self-medication or to feel better. Now in Pempi, you know, let me say, yeah, Sister Matt, Eddie can once in Pempi sometimes not or him and now or go through some form of mental illness self-medicating by so doing that's on one casa think obu say or numb alcohol and a bit me man could be with stress and answer depression obi so or numb cigarette be like I say and also or numb that marijuana na I say no ebuano or to me the copy the depression, but will even worsen their case along the line. Sometimes they want to self-medicate, but I don't think that is a good idea. Now, young people also have these messages about substance, especially alcohol, coming on to them from all angles. Ads, movies, TV shows, music, commonly that portray alcohol use. Rodium them is our for no. Because a young baby for your mama 10 years, 12 years, smartphones, and no Facebook ni YouTuber. What do you see? In Kuala or Moya party, and I even on one color PS. Some of them are kind of more ABR, like a WhatsApp chat group. Then down to be a school over the weekend, no, or could be party and send you more no video and we trap picture. Not the abreno or no also feels that the next time also persuading okobi and the movies ni enyum bebra ye mo friend tie no. That is what a church most of these artists who create movies music videos no. Sometimes share and some of them even sing about those drugs. Now these are some of the music yeah man can say omoniji ho kese kese kura chain akwanhwefo nyoma yetono ya sorry them and the continue listening or answer or more stress definitely they will feel that they want to try. The parents and other adults and the other communities are also sending messages about alcohol and other substance use as well. Now all these messages it can influence in Kolano and who like children who are forming beliefs and attitudes about alcohol and other substance in their late or elementary years. So most status or more are getting exposed to this kind of messages. It kind of deep down along the line to affect the omokrano and as on per se a try say they want to just experience because they want to experiment. These messages can also kind of influence the medical Canada media influence. TV na your man programs are even our for cry will feel crash sometimes nina it me Emma your kind of get into tibian they just like the word cool the way it makes you feel cool in internet so or try now you say oh yes on so you cool kid. Now how can we prevent that adewing? The main prevention is parent. The main prevention say panuku program and answer no, don't think that the school system is there to prevent alcohol and answer to prevent substance abuse for women. The main prevention, the main focus is parenting. You're not going to focus on anything else. Parents who and as I said, making sure say you are giving the right counseling, you're giving the right message. Oh, to buffer. Don't think so about school. I'm a teacher. I couldn't if you say around say school no open. That is where krana you no krana. So parents are the most effective force in preventing and reducing adolescent risky behaviors and helping our nation's youth to lead a healthy drug-free life. Now, if you say kids who learn about dangers of drugs, they are up to 50% less likely say on mark or yet in row than in Kola. Yeah, like the home environment is the single most profound influence on every aspect of child's development. And in TSA, you are the main we are the main influencer. You bet to me, I make sure that you ma and get it into Niebisa. So effect of poor parenting are long-standing. Just say when ya daddy amount ma na say one more young ma ho omo betumi aya DVD siewo a no kwani nyame nim no oni beba won so oba yes ade no na say we duru akiri a te say afedie na afedie ato ne empaibo na afedie dane da was yensre empaibo mama but be sre adesre die na me de ma yen a ene yihiem ha say parents needs to instill social and emotional regulation skills early in life to resist substance use. Parenting and family continue to be important through adolescence. When youth have more autonomy and opportunities for risky behaviors, preventive implications, intervening on the parent level is crucial to improve child's outcome. We have to use rules to monitor activities and encouraging healthy outside the home activities are critical to reduce negative peer influence. Intimesre awofo say even ye ni fie ana say ye wadwumem na say ye ma cry and say ye ko baby a before cry ma ba go ahead so you have to know what is going on there ehin na oko so okosra na danfo bi obi ye sleep over obi nso say or moko program what is going on then what kind of nipa na ebishim I think say awofo bia no you have to know your Oma and Namfu, Menkanasa. You have to know the friends are on your monam. In so doing, I think say I don't know bit to me, Abwa, Niebia, Obano, Edanidi. So the role you play contributes to your child protective factors, which can help to prevent them from engaging in the use of alcohol, tobacco, and other drug use. Wono, asudie edayeso. Parents, let me put it that way. Asudie edayeso esu. Now, it a lack of education, but it still comes down to parenting. You have to keep on educating your man. We have to keep on educating them. And I'm paying these are some of the side effects that you end up getting. But because when you be a man country, and now when you be a man educating into the mestre, say I will for you have to keep on educating your man. So the beya dane da sa ni ABC no or me to me actually one free. Anna ebium the church or the community, no, we also have a role to play. As a church, we can also help parents to kind of keep on to promote this kind of positive mental and behavioral health within the church. I think having a lot of programs like such as this that will just focus on the youth, just to educate them. I think and also to me abwa. So providing the youth with right education about dangers of drugs, and also no idea after school program. Most of the times, your man what they doing. So I will forward. I think the church, we can kind of plan some program here, a bit to me, ama ye mano abe participate. Most of the time, because they are too idle, they have too much free time. Into sometimes they end up doing near my beer here. Into your best say if we are able to kind of keep them busy, kakra, things say and also bit to me abwa ama sa ni omo actually. Now me de my presentation berry near ma me per se me ma in say young people become addicted more quickly. It's easily said they will become addicted. Now you have good kids, but then they made bad choices. What to do me but then they will make bad choices. So I'm when young common. So talk to your teens. Now who say who be here say you keep on to educate them so they will make sure free sa near man in the boni. Now see who say the biggest protection for your man we as parents. Don't expect there will be any too bad for amount. Wo as a parent no. Wo unnecessary to me it too oba effort. Let's stress me de madisuano ebesi here. So the bear a bit to me ama questions. Ubia or what questions bia no so a bit to me aba. Meda bunina mase.
Yo, yeah, that Dr. Wampa Kessia say, and Sister Matilda as say, Omo a nyame yisa topic here ama wom. Now, omode abraye topic way as all your presentation to me who say where adia here papa as a wolf one and pen pia ya drain and koso ntia damwase dear ye do no questions and contribution time na senya ye be nuni opa wo question now what you call chat no more periodically meko na questions a wo ho with their to dra and no pamho a ubetimi use hand signal no ama wonsa so na ma mute na we bisa question or na contribution a opese wodema cc about 402 intino ya roughly 35 or say 40 minutes for questions and answers. Intime pa mo chow. You will question your person will be sir, obey to me.
But has to be raised already. Over to me, I'll go by the list now.
Yo, me pa chow.
Yeah.
Yo. Me pacho Sister Sylvia. Me pacho ubetimi ebisa question.
Yeah, mpacho maybe then a contribution say so we do my hospital and ka ube.
Oh, sorry.
Etre and we here pa. If it's a social kola 15 na 18 na ye de omo ba na ye bi so omo se omo down for 4 and I introduce them to the drugs. Into me contribution is say ye wo app bi all kinds of parenting. Na me feel say I was say or sanka I was say ye ma ye ji yesusu ji ye money di bebre. Bible say ye ma ye need that. It's the Bible say ye ma ye need that say aboa owo na app bi ewo ho say wunim sa app na fine. So wunim so a friend 360 life 360 into who your parent obetimi a download do ewo u phone so na so man wo phone na what sign omo app to omo na omo accept into the bia obeko omo beko bia no o parent no hu na baby nso a o parent no wonu hu eno no sa no timi de monitor emofra no me no ma try ahwe na e work but me ba penyin no ye girl nto bisa me sema aden wunjimi ndia na nti na ode me ato app yusin so me nya abo tretre ni mu senye se me nji wundi but me pese me protect in case say o drive why a new driver o be bi na se ukonya asembi anana se ne be ya metimi eduru on them to otiase enti me straight wo ho ne pa se no de nyame mmoa me sa but enye ma ho odin ene enye me wenti no ene eye me mpa e bo se nkwa ekrom ankwala na omotiti ede enso nyankopon emmoa yen na onyi yen sinche no no ankasa mbedi hene ewo ye mofre so na ye mofra ne mu bia anye enimguase ama yen enti me contribution kakra no me damase
Yeah, that's pa. Me pa entry ako family and so amom saso.
Yo, Doctor Medawase, Pacho Motemene.
Pacho yet.
Yo, I'm Medamose, and my way my program and so you ha, you know, your friend Rabepine. Medamose for everything you do in Yamin Shremo. Now, dear Dr. Kanga Crane, dear Bakwa, Mamini about Dika is very important. Because memo mantemies and every time I'll catch also one fat app no and track them as to where they are. A bedroom maybe I always expect this over no niho. They toss me no person me contribute ka cry. Ya dia Marco school, boy do school na ya koja mo hosa na ya naja obi. Now if he say it's okay. Sometimes we need to visit them randomly. Just to pay a visit or I know about school or just to check on them. Because sometimes, you know, besides fear, we'll keep an eye on them now. Almost free fear no more, they tend to find new friends. Now, new friends, and also, when someone here brace or person we are meant to can be obefaso baby or obefaso. And at that time, our school, they find new friends. Now, I'm sure they will end up in wrong hands. Now, for you are doing some. And they do have so our more education to be obe me a call. It doesn't matter. My baba, I had to go to the school. I from the school. So you go to school from home. Even though school or university, very nice. But we felt to say the influence I want in school no M1, but rather no obewofi. And yeah, as parents, and we need to put God first. Yeah, made a eternal life, no. It do be an idea no eto checha. And we need to be very careful. Say the eternal life is more important than say obedi you as ashes. Regardless, the ecosobiano. So Bible school, next school, no fee some one. Man me traffic. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Nyame bebuana and kwaje hu here. See me jomo. Na yem visit to regular, unannounced. Now, my wife took her 4 hours near Michigan just to check on our kids. They do we just take random decision or cranberry fish at the time. No, but right now, as we kept doing that, me said with the prayer and Pabonia comes to know. nyame ebeji emeyama because nyame pese yemenya nkwa na you play any little effort be ebetum bia no nyame so be boy ama yemen so eno mu nyina hye onyankopon anim mama me das
that's pa bra enchikwasi aku pa cho sister ya Mr. was ebisa question
me pacho yo mama me das me pacho me bisa doctor say enkra no obi wo hono ma oye drugs no na me fan say first day ane maami ana ne papa beche no o say amekra mi nye bi do me kra nya me dia me madam funa wode mam say me fan to me bag but obehwe no na chese waye adrechi na me pese me hu say ade a say omoye na omoye so addicted a ebeye kakra asa eda wenye bi no ojare obere na ne hunam ba bi na wo so asa sheki bisa onya ade ni bi ye wie pe na waye free adenti na ya na etesa me pacho me question that's
Mama ya do asipa nyankopon sha no asem bisa sa pepe withdrawal symptoms adena consistent no at the point bia sa de no na my body need me function ye without it no with me function it just like say with the petrol agu car mu na we are running out petrol no can the car move as it's supposed to no enti adena obe so addicted and in moja na be diafra it be in the system no more na nye eno sa no na yes ye de ne call detox you could detoxis patient no ye the adrofo fro bi e counter sa a drug na one system ni mu no na it's not relieve no atwene free sa drug no ho na ye na so adro no so anasa adrofo fro bi so ai be boa no sustaining no without a drug enti wo ba adro sa te bia ni mu a fa ne for detox ni mu no obekọ rehab or treatment or better treatment no so kakra na kakra ansana watimi ade ne ho afisa de ne ho se o jack katsena wo saa se eno abeti akode enye saa ne tie enti nkoda me da wase
sister Matilda da se kakra be so me de be ka hu no se it do sa point na it to dey be a matter of life and death it do sa point no mo was withdrawal
yes
Omankofa edrona noma omubewu from those symptoms into hospital say very important so will be nyamba who take history ubehu says our problem ni bi wo ho na so yetimi take precautions na wanko into withdrawal esakra ba be sue ye did you do some point no dia not just say doctor cause addiction and person who do one we drew crowd at this point in India. So one
yes.
Epacho sister Akosia Ejapoma when you do so a question and now contribution. Barbara. Sister Akosia Japoma Pacho ho.
Pacho Misha no. Yeah, Pacho, maybe no a general question. Me too. And I say when I watch people, all they do is chewing gum. Chewing gum and there's one friend say depression or control the depression by chewing gum. It's because I don't know substance abuse and an ipan on in order for her to feel better. And I say I know the categories into mom it's not the same who said so who your being so would chew all the time one bibi kakred na akofa chewing gum atu anu na wo de tie bia wo stress so na wo chew na and so what abuse so say like condition na through chewing gum the person
Jamaica no ada ho clear kakra na. Yeah,
inclusive be a metal question I see here.
Okay, money can in such a way me okay. Like obi one now. Did the answer or chewing gum? Yeah, there's one patient me wanna or control the behavior by chewing gum. I don't know, sir. No. A substance abuse. No. What for me for no part to release the tension. And I say, you're just like, I know you're better than, I know you're better than so about going to drugs, not leading to addiction. I say, so chewing gum now can cause addiction based on your no use for no.
Yeah. I think say obu on my or certain behavior on one like or like frequently chewing gum there's no way you can chew to cope with any the midnight can say there some of the that cannabis or mine candy or mine to say gum say be no chew dear any beer but if just regular chewing gum maybe a ton Walmart and now CVS I've been already I don't think say that one has to do with anything with abuse.
Mendika classical doctor there was so many coping skills for different mental health issues. Obuoma were so anxious, she or he needs something to chew just to calm the person down. We were anxious to me shaky pa. Now look where to me was so pa. The catcher maternity treat you and enum. To send the panel or say, oh, chew gum, so by a bet my copy with. They're all from that moment now. It's accepted. But say Dr. Kayano, say gamma, BB, son could be the aye. I bet me a benya instance on Bacono, I drink so. Ama a hanoa, and no dear young promote, and I say yankas a ye. Then my normal gum. And no chew just to cope with something. There any method of the coping mechanism or say allow no money chew.
Dr. Mbacho, question about convo chat to her mommy and pick him out. From Seth's family, or say, please, this is Uncle Seth. I've raised my hands. I'm in Indianapolis. Oh, no. Well, say, what is the age? Okay, please, what is the age that we start educating our kids about substance abuse?
You can go as low as age okasa. Member mao any age rank and any age range and ask what right age. Age or banuni dim command like okasa or tewas Indian. That is the right age. I walk a plebiane how I be or status near the anakasauti. But age bedrua utunu for okasa utino. I think that's the right age. If you say Mimi who say if we start early, start educate you more that earlier, me sure say no ebeboa. Intina am I train my own answer. And sana baga say you be start age wa hwa we need do command what on so to me no di in back and forth. I think that's the right age.
Medical care conductor there no. If we be age appropriate message. Age appropriate message. Age crack no one biane a message up so the man baby bit makakudru. Now saying that Dr. Amwa a line so may a presentation was about sex education. So we say sex education as early as a year old. That's a unikasa and so take or kasa or introducing you to. Your age biane baby I'll bet me a cast the wasam akudru. And yet bibiana bet me as actually a crown age be a womb. It's so what kasa. Look at obetiasia. And when you bet me action, for example, about this addiction, for example, one macrane in Sianum, or Tmuse in Sioni, woman a dear sweet, so we say, drink and ask them juice or no ma. Ubet me no quite a catch that abisa and said, difference ben or no me no honey, which is just way sweet, where soon is sweet, wait any tasty beer. A honor was a big one, a macran message cacao bet me at a crowd. Oh, into baby who habit my head drew. What me when you cry when you female and females, and I'm going film and go can opiates whom ask them, which mean you could do come. But baby must start here do. Say be a cigarette and nasty beer, a draw beer, wow the man one medication kwa the man no but me na di ho nkomo medication the man no but me na di ho nkomo actually the kwa medication kwa ye e wani nipadua no in this case why introduce you to medication into all nyini ban want to aso any medication nkomo a bedu ba bi no wo bedu opiate level no what me na di ho nkomo yi na mo ase
yo me pamto obije comment bia to chat no na me pesa me kan kire yenyina because a very helpful suggestion. Or say yes, it's important for parents to educate their kids, but more importantly, it's imperative for the parents to properly educate themselves on the subject first. Essentially, so when name drug abuse who be a crown abuse drug now and our crown and a coach now say to the four a sending and our back hatching into program saying a boapa pacho sister Ernestina Agbo pacho I'm so one sasso Tim Pacho a bit here question and now contribute
yo man pacho matimenka
Yo,
and that's it. But my question is, when you say I friends answer no answer that my papa, but maybe sir, my concern. Yeah, I buy in general, no, just a we ask na my way na and yet I buy na who says my way and yet so our phone so you nurses, doctors, obi ya way. Ntia den nti still no ade no eku ni pai say no dey hwe omo amanyanyim ya omo num sa ne mai go nkwala isu obi a wo foforo pa na ko hunu bi a bus station a said the omo si num sa joti ni musi egu nkwala nketwa no so no jasa wo hwa na onhu de wo ye de na ban no yafa na de na doctors ne monsom penfo mo yafa ho a ebeboa se be reduce no sense so ye jaye o sesen o me nim se de answer no be si akon de be I am concerned pa
that let me say make me aboa akra aban no de ono no odin hihye bebre gu akwam programs so policies bebre e wo hono but then individually no aban dumi nko obi afie enkotre no de onye do akwaya say choices people make. Abandon the why policies. There are so many programs. It just educate people. They just want to create the awareness how dangerous that could you one amount for cigarette bar, but you cannot even advertise cigarette on TV. We don't do it. Cigarette or mom cotton can won't say harmful, but that's happened. But as long as choices people make. Abandon the why and or the emre egukwem wasati of programs that you can always reach out to get help, but then people still keep on making that by choices. Into nina ye or more yes and into ye or platform you so young person every parent just take it upon yourself say what they are doing it but one person mabekosati be into no your family not keep on educating them. But if you want to rely on the government and the school system, one day you'll be disappointed.
Yes.
Mama Cynthia, I'm say a Uncle Seth when to me a hand raising I war reaction amunti. Wapija na nsapa rehand na wapija achapa nti so the mobile one.
John Pacho, any woman and this other question. Me who know what maybe and Pacho, Uncle Seth, me Pacho.
Mama, me their contribution about send a doctor, mammy phone, papa chichi monopoa. Nana, but one, let's say our phone who's a babu, my principal, entity of fra. Kwampaso busem cancer kunina won free ho e ade hia pa nti bra e be nya ade atete mo fra ade hia pa. Number 2 e mo fra no se school no mo e fie no mo ba bi o mo bia ye ni mo na mfo no mo eboa akora be no ni ndi agro why na danfo so school mo ni sa ade ni nyina esi ehu And I feel parents, so I say, Ghana, yet I give him how someone will be crowd, be an answer if I see a BC. And I feel will be a Nasa, yeah, wabe outcast. A baby, I say, that's on Kenny Pound. We go for him, crab near chain will be, no say them to be moved. Then a DD near Dina Bassa, near Boani, Plenty Pancunonesa. Now, fee, yes, so our phone, Bibi Bassa, Nancy DC. Nyamia dum ye ba he be hu nyema bebrebe titi nyema bebre shinshia nyema bebre se bibi se ekoswa entemo a ese so anu na ba bi a ye dia bofra nko be nyamwa yintu anamo be obi ese ani ni di hu nkomo mo me mfere ye nka fi se me papa bi kana sem se ne ba
Let me say, okay, that's correct.
I turn say,
yeah, we can not all kind of. Let me say, well, my good point, pa. I think say also bit my maybe some other time another separate education when it comes to treatment or more do that level. So, obako sati bi ma enye hey and yet sa brand na ye akrokropa. If it's so any hey an ha bi bi dru no. The obesan akwa yakra ka ho. An ha rebeko. Maybe binya kwane young lady be an number mental hospital or good treatment. The time I see be, you know, I feel maybe you besides had or see the restraint on that. If it's an area what done a fee, no, to the point say, or no any fear or tinocran, won't be on our phone chain. If you say, now for a Ghana for, anyhow, a Ghana for sometimes, not your baby cosati being man. Sometimes, yeah, when you say a new and I say a ferry. Say, if you be nyabo na ya support ya ban so da be ya sati be no woman na afi dia ku hi na di bia ye ntokwa ya nhwe ya kuro most of amount for twituo ekumomo awofo da so ye ni hi ya sa na beba internet say no be maybe another different addition maybe sometime but as I say baby what be egun sa no a me so my no nye hi yenya odosunkun ema no na yen Ghana for no opinion di kan we are scared say you back out that kind of stigma now we attach it to sadness as I say it to me jai ebu okra as you na na bi na to ankure esini yam and I'm an apostle to be any now we attach that superstition to sa adeno could you my be ran baby enu addresses will be a star a hum yare intimate I think another addition I'll just hold it right there.
But doctor and the crack count. Once I make a some fitias, and can be say, you are calling for maybe a masho pain or hospitals. Parents need him somewhere like almost addicts. Parents need him. I hope how. And I could have a panamino and quara to do kakra. I yana take him as a parents need him. Now I can't be no be some saying tia or one person of Fubihono. A dear Dihuncomo ya. And sure, na maame na pon na ebia enigwase de bebusen ntina ye ntreat ni ye na de hadwi kase pa ne se wona omunya akokoduro ka kire me se auntie enam se omuni me da ntino they call me auntie anya sure the catching parents omunya akokoduro me born parents amane no omunya help because you advise parents na kwa omfo mfaso ebi munya help anya kopon adom omo de omo ho na omo no a omo se nyamo parents amane no omo koba omo di akonaba all the time I just omo ntimi mfiri but the otimi akodro e kan e se oni awofo no wo connection oni omo wo relationship bia oni se na awofo no edo no matter what situation akom omo beboa no na mpa so abatan a omo gitum se eye haw na omo do omo mana bo omo no omo abo omo ntimi mfiri mu ba omo a omo ba ntimi kan ye no ebi kura po de awofo nim se nkra no wo school dem ya no omo nim se nkra no wo school aro ho some se ebi da hospitals I treat on our parents in the school. And so in school or the hospital, I heard. Enti ara hopa, a radom way, so for.
As Sister Matilda and the doctor, you me pacho, brave Fred, amuda, wemsa was so a check a cra, timpacho, ubetinya kasa.
Okay, what the doctors, say. You know, for the powerful contribution, presentation, na media no a contribution. I'm saying and then you can be about substance abuse and I say addiction a war and quarrel. But there's incident to be a happy related to topic here and yeah discuss here per se. Yeah, check a crowd now we see how rare it is. Development Mitimu, we have a friend. Yeah, or yet unfortunately no, we're clinical psychiatrist physician. That's what now in the clinic as a psychiatrist. And unfortunately, no, he became addicted, to alcohol and drugs. And he olusu the license. And just he kept on, drinking. About 3 months or more admitted into inpatient psych, for treatment. And about the fear, still, well, yeah, no, until about 2 weeks ago, and almost suspended driver's licenses. So, the 2 weeks ago, and police and they know about the fear. Then about the fear. And we happen to see him. Now, just 2 weeks after we happen to see him. And the way now we're saying, just say how it's going, one shot, just say obewu, just say he will die in his sleep. And just last week, they found him dead, in his house. And the way it goes to show, say yes, we are talking about, youth, but what started with youth now become addicted. It grows with you into adulthood. Yes. It is very, very important. Say, you better take this lesson very seriously. Now, akasa, because when it goes that far, ultimately, you lose your life. It's a contribution.
Yo, yeah, that's since you are 15 minutes, you were 5 hands up. It will going to stop at the 5th hand. It will be 1 minute to contribute or to ask a question. So there are doctors, so Mrs. Matilda, betting you one. Into CCI, Mr. and Mrs. Quatting.
Hello.
Hello.
Abusia for midenya sipa wo program kesia nyame ayi akire yenai. Eto de bia na yenwie pa se ma no pampa so na nso ne yenim. Mse program abie ye nipa me yahu de ekoso pa. Na de minim kakra ne se menyini se obia beka se media matete me ba ye nyame de me beba na bra bom se me e nyame ena eye. Because yen me pass o ba betete ne pass de osofo Dr. Kai no wudi nyame asem betete no papa se won se wode wa wie ayi wadwuma pa but now obon samora wia no ana ye nim because obon sama fa bu focus se ne mra kana yi ti anti wo ye dwuma e so pa na obi be na bonte sofo na enya ye na Kristofo na ye nya kese pa did ye say yema awofo mo me mo mpa ye ma ye ho papa because ye may say obey your family and so obey ye would yamia some better to not and unfortunate yamia some nothing in the trim. I would some say na ye say yes soon they born pie pa because we will did your own musa or yakura papa no on yet no winning. A teacher forces to crown you can say your sofa can never fair show because we call school program come not teacher for call when you cry show back. Ye ma go kwa ma kwa ma won ko to be so a man police for so you papa twa so na to ma me twa so a twa police di man we nyina won so hwe aye famu bebrebe did me say nyina sa awofo ye mobo onyame hu ye mobo na ye mpa bo ntimi no nyame anim onyame ensolve sai problem ma mfa mayen is sempa bo ma mu a wo so nyina say onyame hu ye mobo no obi ani ho na okase me se na me ka me bia ni obi abla bom yesu nyame no ale bitima so yemu ama ye ma atima si ya ma me da mo sipi.
Amen. Yo me pa sister Adwa Labi Udino yo
Madam was nyame shra mo pa wa adesua mo dia ama ye is very informative I mean, for one day, I've definitely taken notes. If we are, as a war for, I think that the focus very much is to be on us as parents. Now we, senior opinion, because we must educate ourselves. That is the first step. So we educate you who are signs and symptoms to know we will see it, red flags, we will be able to pick it up. And it's very important. Now, a relationship between ourselves and our children is very crucial. So yeah, for your free almost educate from young. It doesn't matter how young they are, no, you go according to age appropriate, very, very important to say, we'll catch you about 23 years old. Don't let anybody see your private. Nobody can touch you here. Nobody can touch you there. Only when we are bathing you. Doesn't matter whether it's mommy or daddy, they cannot do this and that to you. It sticks to their mind. As it goes to them, we have to be very open with our children. It's unfortunate to say, your mom, your culture, it doesn't support that conversation. It will be grandpa. As parents, you know where it's in the grandpa will be used to, will be comfortable. But I would suggest to say, there are books, there are children books. Yeah, a buama with me having these conversations with our children, age appropriate books, all the way up to teenage years. A buama to have these conversations with them. And that's one area. Another thing, also say, as parents, some of us abuse alcohol and other drugs. Yeah, if you say your man, don't deceive yourself. These kids are very smart. Or no way pay no who says, oh yeah, because that's how I can't say it's hereditary. Who said the papa na ne mommy and one would see into be I will share free him because I will share free fee. Yenning and free now for it be free fee. But yet, it be our parents and father and our mother, no, private struggle. Yeah, we want to me any so the big crowd copy or bottle be so or car somewhere corner be. Opakona ka half a yana yosa one to the big grandpa or no banon and no nanya aware. And no, yen who ye inside your home, educate on the inside your home. Now, to me, a boy a man because you need a honum send you no be cana. We can definitely help our children. Because this journey, it's our way of
Amen.
And our research at say, drug addiction, it is 40 to 60% heritable. And those and yet that high there, but obi and the parents. Addicts and as a woman see kunana kawa would see quampuna ebe or gene genetically no obano ebe timi aye pre-exposed as a predisposed to it. It okodru school mua akwada ne mama na papa yusu bi da ene de ne mama na sa papa yusu bi pen no so mbie no ekohia challenge say o grab yusu na hwan na ebe timi enya influence on some time the parents yusu bi no one mum ebenya attracted to it easier than the parents in Yusubida. Those a percentage no form no, and yet easy, sir. Enti ye mudu do I used to see no. Yet even can say, yeah, home a higher man so.
I told I had asked a pa for that contribution. Into ye talk so no sister Abna by chow. Now, me remember the CCI was just like 9 minutes into Miss Remo in TNT.
Okay, me pacho media kakra person me canon so say not to disrespect any parent or what has say no. Also, your mammy mono or more at an older age. No more won't crowd more younger. No more person with them 1984 parents now papa mote mono edited the sound crowing. It does not work. We need to build the gap a little bit. As if I had the kakra near the mother Ghana the kakra na Afra, number the chitin crano. Another thing is say you have to be involved or money school and country kind. There's not a teacher. I want my best school, my teacher in me. Every week, I may text a teacher need to see how my kid is doing in the school, in the classroom. Say, "Mwebu or ha meet me about me older me bani teacher and catch say Obano or the whole boss setting clubby na metie no na metie ma metimu se mo life am live na so different hweye nto kae no na ye ne eba ne kasa nti okọ high school nyame bo next year ma catch no say high school no eben yen but onko obeko different one obusame am so because we na fofo na ekoho ye pe better life for you. Nti once you're involved no teachers no are also able to be open with you and ma utimi hu enema so eden ekoso. And I also my last one is say ye mana ya wo ma ha no it's so sad they don't have resiliency in them. Then prior pan see a bo near the ma because influence ne dawson and a pressure ne dawson. So me share me banana me raho. Me share me banana me raho. They me can say radima so empire and they see a bomber woman because resilience ain't new mumu. Ain't see say your bomb pie and I'm a patcho my last point. Uncle ne kind obien who are perfect parent but no I say obi a person oh me better than obi me body only a situation that me body odi high school and me money phone me pacho that's your house rules me house rules different me free fear 8 o'clock as me tough phone me ba 10 years so oh go school no etimi afrɛ me or be fear no etimi afrɛ me. So I can check on them. How it works in our household is what works for me. If it doesn't work for you, don't shame me and don't judge me. As you be a fear limit and will be a fear capacity. Now we don't judge empire. And as we have to pray together as mothers. Because pressure need does. Thank you.
Thank you. So, but so that is a doctor who be a model camera. Someone you be a model camera, the name Fred Brad Tommy Aqua. Fred Tommy, but oh, you do so.
Me pa cho bebre e Eunice e Mami Aqua. Me da se pa se wa mama akwanya no. Na obi Emma obi sa question bi say again na aban ne eye. Na ye nyina ye nim senia ne ma ekoso no emwa de na ban ne ye ema omu yi na no emwa kakra na me de ka ho sa system ya ye womu no the system is set up in such a way say a harm reduction enya completely say eliminate enya ma na ekoso a harm reduction me ye adwuma wo ba bia ho ye detox eni pa eba no me fa ne say at least me unmuted, me muted. And if I say 95%, no, they keep coming and going and coming and going. Recycling. And when you say America, a capitalist of mine. And in Tibra, government no crap person ye be a baby. There are people like omo ye nro, na omo pesi ye ton no, and in Yementi, they are also fighting back. And the same Dr. Kaya, responsibility is on the parents. So we are crowd or detoxer and you are not supposed to associate with any power about detox. Me my personal experience and I'm saying online tea. Me ma obi a me kwa mu ni bi by me dwum e ma me boa ne say be ya obi stay sober. Ne bra ofi ho no me de me number man say on frame me so I could continue to encourage. Unfortunately for me, baby, a call for treatment and also the same company na die. Very unfortunately, oko use me number the eduma and a bed. I was reprimanded. As such as a nyame ankom be why say yes sir? Because they don't want you to encourage the persons of one side maybe you. And the responsibility is on the parents. It's on the parents. A baby near to fear bimu. Parents are better up on school, but omo fa pass no. Omo nyina bo omo ho ano, no ma ko omo classmate ba ko a wo baby ani etie no ho. Omo ka ko hye kwala bebre. Whatever they do nobody knows. Omo pon school so ba, that's ni be si wo omo a. Omo ka ko hye omo maame no omo papa no be sida. That is the time they go home. And the parents innocently no, they are very you say innocent, but it doesn't help us. as I say, a war for our kids and any probably really car canon. If the American and say, a man will do whatever, it's not enough. The parents no would the obey no and the bow bano ama ye. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Sister quiet that sepa. Me pa chop bra in obwate. Me pa chop kawe dia maninya brief my.
Oh, Mama Pacho me da se Yami Shrao. Doctor, any mama Yami Shramo so. Pacho na kakra bi na mpese ayi me ka ho. Em say empanyimfo mudi kan ba na kan kakra. Ya na ye shift blames no koma the children, but the parents, you know, most of the time, you know, yeah, not dysfunctional family, you know, man tends to be more alcoholic and abuse drugs. A bit is said, oh, fear, that be a stress, or that be a you guys are fighting, that be a name also, a grano air stress. Now, almost becomes anxious until when they get to school, then they ask their doctors for antidepressants and anti-anxiety drugs, which causes this abuse. You know, for example, Xanax for say, you know, so back let's say or anxious, let's say or depressant, they can put him or her on these drugs. Not the way I see Tian Crano, the Biana and Tokwane stress wolf, you know, a 1 man crano so it me get it out there to be on drugs. Careful from that. Thank you very much.
Amen. Yeah, that's a bra. Yo, Pacho, last question. Sister Dora. Pacho, do so you're very brief.
Pacho, you all so.
Me Pacho your table can
yo. Me kasebe ne kan pese me kan fa de sister Mate kan ho no. Be sister odi kan ye no wakasa fa ho na pese me kire se na wo se mo friend bi wo ho no mu a. Parents ni nim se omo sa problem na mo ma kwa ma o ka che omo parents no manya amwa. Na me Pacho sister Mate na nka wo ma ka na nka omo parents ni nka kwa be na be fa so aboa sa nkwala ni parents because ni ma me ni papa wo nim ne yekoso. Minsi mo dwan so ho asem wo de take akwan bi wo ba fa so aboa sa parents no man wo sa ha no omu so mu nim no na enko wie ba bi be ye bibi kase ama awofo no e ba san so a e ka safo ni nyina pacho mi so masem medam ase
yo medase pacho sister mato dan ka wo kan yi wo
ai me kasa kakra bi afa ho sister me do was pa nyanko fo nshira ho me ne akra ba kudi nkomo me kutu ba bi me hu se and go person commit me catching the parents na osros and shana as we see fie it one no partial consent bi say wetimi aka na me friend ma me din komo no kureni ma me no confess so dressing me me reho o catch me say me kwache sa asem no fa he eden na eya ye bo eni wa bo ne gu performance so sa ne basu me si de okoya de we say na me say mama kwache wunim na botane me nkasa me no one kasa as a church member, me no kasa as a provider. Obano da me hospital. And I make catch us at Tibia wa communi. And Tibia be saying na owo. Na ose me mo amane. Na kwan e hu bia na wani munti na on pesa kamayo. Na so me convince na sa obenya moa afri wo nchen. Enu nti na me frawi. Ma me na ni anje on sa around some ne say. Oka kire obi foforo ya sa ba say. Me say ne ba e wa bonten sa ne ba na ye drug addict. Just imagine this. As I'm not reho. And you know the woman in an say, you knew quite for beer the faso. Me Matilda, the new cover for a bit my faso. And to Sakura, consent, set me in cancer parents. No, while I'm a choir, minimum choirs and woman, and I'm a can be so. Even trying to convince them, no, I've stopped it. I'm not doing it anymore. Because some of the parents, no, they are not helping us to help their kids.
Let me say, medical crack I think that young as I will say, I do see and dear man say, Obi and not the phobia, it minya that I could rubber when him. Say, I know that we didn't Ghanaian. Anything associated with mental health, minimum how it to me send and for them, it to me confine simply. But as parents say, I will for and not the phobia that bold the year when him. ebe come be safe about one. Mr. Any one say, oh, now so because what you're doing is that you even discourage if you said, dear, at all, Sister Marty. I'm pretty sure they be Wablo could be chance no. But the next time, Bianca will be caught to be a full summer, or bit catch now phone. And an uncle, and none the ABA will be done at Dinton, Wablo could be chance. Mr. Ghana for Miss Ramon. Abia, I can't want to see me. It's a big issue. It's a big problem. Now, it's not going to stop, especially South Korea, Yewumi. It's going to get worse and worse. Yes, Ramon. Say, Ubi Nyaku could grow and him as a parent ever can be said, and yen to quite a year before so. As I say, as now Tino. Now, Osha Quanya will be to me a boy, a supported. So the bear moi as seno, will be to me the boy ama obano free Saturday.
Yo, yeah, that's a pa, Mr. More chat, no more person will contribute, more fine time, TIA. To me, Judith and Pabby, we have a program you. To be person me da a doctor and Sister Matilda say omunya vision, no me bo omunya salvation the topic here, brain be breaking it down. Am I aware of all these issues? Na kakre bi na me de ka ho obi bisa say at what age the person mo ya aware say niam bi to say glue any cough medication nomini adinina ninina was substances etimi cause drug abuse any addiction into grant ketenkete middle school kra no mbetimi start intino ye educate ye ho nya aware of all these things. At this time, no, Pachon Kamefre, Sister Dr. Amma Kutin Boating, na wabre special song as we bring this program towards a conclusion. Timpacho Doctor, so Obeba Nwa my special song na.
Obi pesa me mame kada minya miasio. Momba me mame kada minya miasio. Obi pesa me mame kada minya miasio. Momba me mame kada minya miasio. Semishe nia yesaya mamia. Nada ye nishira manu tuminko bebre na yeswa ye amamio bebre na yeswa ye amamio into madafo bejamio mame kada minyamiasio Fisa wadia onyamia ya mami inti obi beta me mami kademinya miasio mumwa mie mami kadenya miasio Samisha nyaya soya mamia nadoye nishira manu tuminko Bebre na yeswa ye amamio Bebre na yeswa ye amamio Inti madafo betamio Mame kadaminya miasio Fisa ngonga dia Onyamia ya mami inti Obi betame mame kadaminya miasio Mumba mie Mame kadenya miasio.
Nagwa. I one in last time can hope for life.
Benjamin, Obi Benjamin, Obi Benjamin, Obi Benjamin, Mami de nyamiasio. Mama me mami de mi nyamiasie. Oh say yo. I submission, yes, mamma, Nadayan Shiro, Manutuminka, Bebrina, yes, I am, ha, mamio, Bebrina, why, mamio, Intimada for Benjamin, Mamma, can have yes. Obi beta me mami kadaminya miasio mama me mami kadanya miasio hai mama me oh Obi beta me Obi beta me Obi beta me Obi Benjamin, Mami ne nyamiasio. Ma wafa me ba, erade me dawasio. Yende nyamiasio. Merci Seigneur pour tout ce que tu as fait pour moi. Yende nyamiasio.
Yo, ya the doctors, Ninu him, Ubi me boy and yende nyamiasiam pa. Ye nyamia ma yendie bebre. To me pa chow, dear Drew Hono, said Sister Vivian Aiti. Be you ready now, my yen. Closing prayer na. Sister Vivian.
Empacho mama ye bompire sisi jelo kana belo atawo min dabushi babao ye yeli ke boamu ke heni okewe bashe me twane won dabushi petem play ni won invite bo ake over face seno talo e hawo bakene ake oho bi dwemo ke heshi kamu ni amenye ne ke program na me program ame hawo nejla wa ni wonye wo hekeshika onwo ochon obiano kemo ke hawo won pabufai wo denche wonye wo feye wo hiwale na won pabufa ke obashibu ye mufia mumi mami me ke papa me wona twijno ni wonye woke control wo bi Kristo kajibu bemile yakacha de me wo buone ene won pabufai no wawo no bi akafe hia hihwemu ehawo alo he patamu nike bia ne nike ji opue keje nwe atatu amile ni wo bi ya fe laje mo bi won pabufai twa ehwe ehawo benafe no mumu wo bi ami ehawo oke wo bi ofijile ehameno benafe nikaji wo bepoe wo bi eba yenumu na mes enye somobo yo ofiasile won pabufai ncho wo fagbe wo shiwo ma wo ke babie ni wole noni wo bi fio ye school lo shine keji wo shin wo te wo nchumo ene me fin wo kan wode wo ye wo ya keji won sole wo kan wo bi wo mi mom shikeji bo be mi le won pabufai amenyanye me meni ameke abo ame ya kameba ame sane ba mi fe bo Kristo bo pe ji wo sen kalo ni wo hio wo yake bo page mo no ba ku ne keta ne hawo ni kuni yele efe wono ni lele lala ni wonyemi yola ake woba ho woba daboshi yeni wujini ofe hawole lele bebile eyenakpe ni bebile efio areho yenoni ofe hawo keji wokwa wose keji wokwa wohie wokwa ake yohua oje agbo ene wo bekene inke meni fe prograne fe wo ode ake oke wo jofui na kanu woke wo bi ne wode ni wo bi ne na me ho ame jofui na me beto ofijin la shi wo je ofwe ni wo ya bete he patamu shi wo jofui ni wo bete he no kamomi ejake oba be fe eshe eta ni be fe mi yoda siake oba be le eshe eta ene wo nwe chane woka wo he fe wodi meni je prograne shishi ke he no ka we bashe ke he no ka wa ya na gbene be mi ni wa agbenale oh Yehowa okune yeli ke nyamu ke woni sale efe o manye ye mo fia mo hia ne control ni bi ne sa ni bi ojogban ke ha wo ba ni je enyolem ene wo gbakene wo shi ohi wo ye program kokome no afi ene wo ke fe wo ode ni bo pe over take control no ba ye no e ha mo fia mo ankro ke kutu keji no ni wona bu ko wodwomo ko susu mo shepu yele won pabo fa ye heshiban o bano fia no shini bo pe twi fe twi ne e fe he no wo mole o bana ka twi le shishi no ko mo mo kontrole e ba ye no ne shibu ne yo manye ye bo Kristo ogba mi wo biobu ene me fe kejo amen ye bo yes Kristo ba amen.
Amen. Amen. Yo adofo senya muni me program no beda Doctor and Sister Matilda Sibio me bompire senya me be bless mu ministry na wa maso na motimidi sa discussion and presentation on drug abuse. Motimidi call local churches who Bebree. At 7 p.m., 7 to 8 p.m. Pastor Chumesi a presentation on evangelism into the
recording stopped.
Na 8 to 9:30 p.m. So your musical concert. Mispa